also, all right, I have to fucking watch that because it's Avery
God
Brooks
damn
voiceover.
it.
All right. It basically said that if you guys didn't stop him, that this dragon was going to end the world. And that's where we left that off. Um, with that bombshell of he's going to end the world. You guys want to say anything
Wait,
in
did
response
he
to that?
bombshell that he's going to end the world? Meaning
That's
that
right.
the brother Golden Dragon is
Yeah,
gonna. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Master drops the bombshell that if you guys can stop him, the dragon, I fucking have a name,
I think I wrote it down. Let me pull up my
Elsic.
notes. Yeah.
Elsic. His name is Elsic. Basically, if you guys don't stop Elsic the Gold Dragon, that Elsic is going to end the world, and that's the drum. That's the cliffhanger to be continued. We left off at.
Hmm. So does he not want a world to live in himself? I just don't understand these people. Destroy the world. Then what?
It's
Ah,
more that if he, that by doing what he wants, he will our world will cease to exist. And what he wants to do is basically go back in time. Sorry, fuck this voice is terrible. Sorry.
I love
Good news,
Maximilian.
everyone. Oh, anyway, um, if he were to accomplish his time travel shenanigans, he would basically rip a hole in reality, and a great number of terrors from the outer planes would come flooding through and eat us all and destroy the world.
time travel. Not time out. We just said
Yeah.
nothing about time travel. This is gonna be. I'm gonna have to add this on to my charges. It's time
Also,
travel.
you didn't say nothing about time travel earlier. What are you talking about? I didn't know that he could
I
time travel. I thought he was stuck in a hole somewhere in a mountain, and somebody came along and put this golden tower up, and we investigated it and got through it, and that somehow let him out. But you didn't mention nothing about no time travel.
once Grace filled me in on everything, I managed to find Elsic, and references to him in a long lost journal of a wizard akin to myself, who led in a party to imprison Elsic after his rampages against the mortal races. Um, what Elsic was trying to do back then was unclear, but he was trying to assemble a trio of objects that would have given him access to a very potent chronological spell. However, uh, long time ago, when the world was newish, quote unquote, he does air quotes as well. Um, there was some, let's be honest, dicking around with chronomancy, and it weakened the walls of our universe to such an extent that a great rift was opened in what you now know as the Red Wastes, and a great horde of extraplanar beings came pouring out and devoured all life as we know it. Had it not been stopped by banding of all the races at the time, they would have consumed the entire world. But as it is, they only managed to create a great scouring desert. If Elsic is able to achieve his chronomancy, he will create a rift great enough to engulf the entire continent. And when that happens, all sorts of wacky shit from the outer planes is going to come pouring through and eat and kill everybody and turn our world into a great big ball of dust. So, you got to stop him before he gets the three MacGuffins, or we're all dead.
Well,
MacGuffin.
do you
The
know
fuck's a
what these
MacGuffin?
trio of objects are?
Um, I can point you in the right direction. It the journal was unclear. It looks like it got burned by Elsik at some point. But
So he
you
knows
do
what
know
they
that
are, though.
um, it looks to be 3 gems, but at the same time, they could have been transmutated or illusioned. And it's hard to say. They could have been fucking transformed or illusioned in some way to hide their very being. Because fucking magic. Am I right? Goddamn.
So Elsik knows where what the objects are, or he's out looking for them right now, is what you're trying to tell us, and we've got to try to beat him to it. Is that
We've
what
got
you're
to beat
saying?
him to at least one. Basically,
Right.
yes.
Well, okay, at least one, yeah. All right. You got any leads for us besides it might be a gem or something? Like what? Oh my God. What are we looking for? Like what kind of objects were they created by a special person? Were they created in a special place? Like we got anything to go off of?
Hold on. Sorry, Ziana. It's not like some one ring shit where you throw into a volcano. No, this was like some ancient celestial god elf shit, communing with their followers before they, left us, or however the fuck you want to. I don't know gods. I'm a magic guy, okay? But the point being, long, long time ago, the gods worked with mortal races, and these 3 objects were one of those relics that they made together, and that when the gods either departed or were shut off from the plane, nobody really knows. At least I don't. That these objects were left behind. So I
Are
will do some more
the
research on trying to figure out where the fuck they are at least. Um,
are the objects
but I thought,
like can we like destroy one of them or are they indestructible? We just got to hide it.
I mean, it's made by a god, so probably just hide
What if we give it back to the god and say, "Please take this. This is bad." Like what about that?
Max just straight up shrugs, like, I'm a magic dude. I'm not a god dude.
Right,
Maybe
so we need to
he's
visit
got
some
a cleric.
temples. Yeah, we got to go visit some temples and stuff and find some information.
So we can't throw it into lava, as you said. That'd be so convenient.
I mean, there's nothing. I mean, if I were a gold dragon, I would probably whip up some kind of shielding spell and then go dive in after. I don't know.
What if we oh wait, I'm getting my voices mixed up. What if we were to take a bag of holding and another bag of holding and just put one inside of the other and just throw it inside of that, sailing off into
I
the astral sea?
Well, I think we're trying
mean,
to stop a rift from happening in the world. We're not trying to create one.
Oh, little riff, stop big riff.
unless you want to get your face eaten off, but I mean that's you. That's your preference.
Hmm.
Tuli walks in front of Valen and like puts her hand over his mouth like shh and just like is talking to Max like, "All right.
Or put
We'll
onto
st-
another plane, perhaps the fiery plane or
we'll,
the plane of fire.
we'll stop him. We just need to have a lead. We need to know where to start looking for one of these things."
True that. I just figured that I'd give you guys a heads up because gotta know what the stakes are while I go back and do some research.
What about Grace?
Cool, 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 cool,
What
cool.
our friend Grace? You think she might know anything?
At that, Max lets out like a big fucking sigh. Like I I don't know what to do about Grace, and frankly, she's gone. I don't know where, but I mean, I trusted her with my life, and it wound up working okay.
Well, I mean, you're
But
alive.
she's the I don't know. And he starts like crying at that.
Wait. Before you start crying, do you know why he wants to go back in time?
He lets out like a big sniff and like takes a corner of his robes and like blows his nose. Like, no, that the diary, like I said, it got torched and it's not clear.
I'm saying he's probably gonna go back into time and make it so that he never got locked up in the first place, and probably gonna kill all them people that locked him up, and like him and his sister. He's probably pretty pissed about it still.
I mean, that's as good a guess as any.
Maybe he wants to die and he's trying to stop himself from ever being born.
I mean, there's better ways to do that than, open up a big fucking rift in the outer planes, my man.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to die necessarily. Like, I think he might be okay with dying if it happens as like a side effect from killing all the humans, but I think he hates humans.
It was it was definitely not just humans, but all mortal races, because he
Oh, he's immortal. He's immortal, huh?
shit. I mean, the halflings. I mean, they're not even doing anything, man. They're just fucking pumpkins out farming and drinking beer all the time.
Oh, shit.
They're not doing anything. He just fucking torched them, man.
I guess their halfling luck didn't save him that day. Oh, no.
I feel like that might be a little bit racist, but yeah, true.
They're just literally lucky. What are you talking about? You never heard of a luck die?
Yeah, they're literally lucky.
Luck
They're
roll. Damn it.
They're literally immune to bad things happening to them because they get to reroll once. But anyway,
Reroll. Reroll what? What are we talking about?
Anyway,
well,
His
Boris.
motivations are irrelevant.
Yeah, Boris.
He seeks to end everything.
Do you have some temples? Maybe we could talk to some people at some of those temples that you go to.
Perhaps.
Well, Mr. Max.
I'm wondering,
Go ahead.
does Boris know anybody in the city that they could go to for advice?
Boris can assume that a city this size, that the size of Gexel, would definitely have a
Temple to Helm.
Did we ever name your actual god? I know you were like a
Yeah, he said Helm,
Helm.
didn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
Helm. Yes, that's right. Yeah, it would absolutely have a, if not a dedicated like actual temple to Helm, then at least a smaller shrine in another god of darkness or whatever, or of a similar domain.
I think Helm's like a war god.
He's a pretty.
Yeah, then there's definitely like.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
if
he's a
there's
pretty
not,
common
like,
god. he's like the
Okay.
he's like the Athena of the. He's not like a secondary god. He's like pretty powerful.
Okay. Let me actually. Helm?
Something under my
I
table
just
was
spell it
making a weird
H-E-L.
sound.
Helm.
HELM.
Like a helm.
Like Helm.
Like a helm. Okay.
Like
yeah,
Helm's Deep, but without the Z deep.
Okay. Yeah.
God of guardians, protection, and protect. So
Man, I haven't
Twilight
heard of
Zone
Helm's
Mage
Deep in a
is-
while.
Yeah, so
Helm's
Twilight
Deep.
Zone cleric isn't like a cleric of darkness.
Right. No. Yeah.
They're
All right. Cleric. Fucking big for my browser.
it's like the Night's Watch.
Yeah. Twilight Domain. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Helm. Forgotten Realms. Okay. Wish there was fucking. Let me. Right. Okay. Cool. Okay. Gotcha. In fact, this works out really well. Yeah. So yeah, there's absolutely a temple to Helm in the city. Along with a couple dozen other, or half a dozen other war gods of various other races and religions. But yeah, there's definitely one that's just straight up just for Helm. It may even be one of the like, if not the largest one, then maybe like the second or third largest one in the city. So yeah. Anything else?
Well, I would like to go to this temple.
Okay. Max bids you good day and teleports back out of the room, back to what you assume is his studying in the Infinite Library.
Well, I guess we do some shopping and you go talk to some of your friends over at that Helm Temple.
Sounds like a plan.
You want me to go along with you? Just, I'm good at talking.
Sure.
Val and Zeus, you guys want to go with us, or do you want to like go get some food or go shopping or something?
I go where you go.
I'm about to probably look for some spells, perhaps. You know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't need any more spells. We're good. We're good.
You could use some more spells, honestly, because
No.
you need to fill out that book.
It's okay. There's always more time.
All right. Well, let's go. So we head out to. Well, what time of day is it?
It's pretty much just past dawn because Max did teleport to you guys' room.
Like first thing in the morning, kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, like he's been up all night. He's hopped up on like magic caffeine and shit.
Right. Okay. Well, we're gonna go
So
down.
excited.
Go down.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's trying to figure out how to stop the end of the world. You would be too. So.
Yeah, no, we're in a hurry, but also we're hungry and we had a long journey, so we're probably gonna go get some breakfast, talk it over, see what. Well, you know what? We'll get a quick to go breakfast, then we'll head out to the different temples. We'll start with the Temple of Helm, see what we can find, see what kind of leads we can find, and then maybe we'll do some shopping afterwards once we get some information and we know what we're up against. How's that sound?
Perfect.
So
Okay,
you guys,
we go.
Yep, you guys head down. You managed to grab some breakfast type sandwiches from the tavern keep of the Drunken Cleric before you guys head out. And you guys head to a familiar square where there's just like temples line up on all sides, deep into the trade quarter. Um, yeah, it is just a square, and there's like basically there's religious temple after religious temple. There is a small like wooden like not even wooden. It's like a small like somebody pitched up like a trench coat as a tent, and there's a little goblin with a sign that says like shrine to Magubliet.
What?
Magubliet is the god of goblins. That's a callback to a thing a long time ago.
I'm gonna go to him and I'm gonna give him a gold coin.
Thank you, traveler.
I just give him a thumbs up.
The goblin kind of like looks at both his hands and like very slowly like gives like thumbs up with both hands. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, if you ever like somebody, show them, do this, and I show him a middle finger.
Oh, I know the movie.
Oh, you know all about that? Okay, my apologies. You know, prankster and whatnot. Trying to be more fun nowadays.
Mr. Goblin, you wouldn't happen to know anything about dragons, would you?
And he like ducks back into the trench coat tent, and like peeks out a little bit. Dragon? We're dragon.
Well, I don't know. Have you ever seen one? Have you ever heard of them? Do you guys have any in your lore with your gods?
hide from Darren and create all goblin.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. Well, does your god like to time travel?
What time travel?
All right, you have a nice day, and I'm just gonna give him a silver and just walk away.
Thumbs up. All right. So you head over to the Temple of Helm that is in this square. All right.
I want to
So you
learn
guys
more
make
about.
your way over there.
You have time to listen to their Lord and Savior.
Say what?
So we have time to hear the good word about their Lord and Savior. Helm, destroyer of evil.
Yeah. Boris, do you want to take the lead on, or let Thule take the lead on this?
Tulu can take the lead.
Okay.
Well, you got to get us in there, Boris. Like, so they know we're not, I don't know, weirdos or anything.
Well, I mean,
I know. I know. We're kind of a ragtag bunch, but that's okay. By the way, Valen, what's your race?
I am a tiefling. Someone call me
Oh,
Pharaoh, but I call myself refined. Thank you very much.
so we have a tiefling. We have an orc.
Yeah.
Are you an orc or half orc, Boris?
half orc.
Half orc.
And just
Yeah,
some
whatever
giant
Zeus is.
monster of a creature thing.
Right. We have Zeus, who is the big old, we don't know.
Only
I
you
think.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm a moon elf, so we're
Yeah.
definitely a ragtag bunch.
I mean, tieflings and half orcs are like totally normal. The only thing that would raise suspicion is
Zeus.
but
Zeus.
because they don't know what the fuck he is, right? If I mean, because let's be real here, like that, tieflings are like oh, tieflings are cursed or whatever. That's fucking dumb. And I mean, Bugbear's reputation for like mashing shit, yeah, but so do Glass and a bunch of other
Yeah.
races and shit.
I mean, everyone has their perceptions. We can't change those.
If I want my fantasy world to not have fucking racism, then we're not. Because
I like it.
that's
I like
fucking-
no generalize at least.
yeah.
It's fine.
It's different if like a bugbear goes on a rampage and then has a reputation for a rampager, yes. But I meet you on the street, I don't know you, I'm not gonna fucking hold you to that fucking standard because that's dumb, and people should fucking realize that. Anyway,
Drow are still the worst, right?
no, because that's dumb.
Can't be trusted.
Only
I'm
if
a
they're following-
I'm a moon elf, and I will say they can't be trusted.
It only if they're following Loth. They're following
Oh,
Loth,
yeah.
then yeah, they're following Eilish.
Stinking, dirty, no good, feared.
A drow can be a drow and not be a follower of Lolth, and
Yeah, no,
there could be a human who's a follower of Lolth, right? The
Well,
distinction
Thule
is that they're a follower of Lolth.
Tully looks a little bit like a drow because she's a moon elf and she's very pale skinned and has like light hair and light eyes, but the pale skin, almost bluish skin. So like some people have to question her because she looks a little drowish.
right. So we're
And-
just a villainous looking party, aren't we?
My top hat looks very, very, very
In
refined.
a
legal.
racist world, yes.
But we're not in the racist world because fuck that noise.
Okay, so we walk right in and we're cool.
You are. You are. I mean, that's straight up it. That you guys are okay.
Okay.
Zeus has a couple eyes because he's fucking just like dressed up. Like, is he fucking? Does he have leprosy? Is he contagious? I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna stay back a little bit.
So
Something as like that, right?
Tully's Tully's gonna ask Boris, what's like the protocol and stuff here? Like, do we need to like light some candles? Do we need to make a little offering somewhere? Put some coins in a box? I don't know. I'm not real
Are we allowed in here?
religious and
Are
stuff.
we? Are we considered
Do we-
infidels or
Do we need to make an
non-believers?
appointment with someone? How does this work?
Heretic? Are we heretics?
But you said
I wasn't going that far. I was just asking Boris, like, what's the normal? What do you do when you go into a temple? Like, what's the normal protocol?
Well, any and all donations are appreciated, but not required.
Yep, that's absolutely true. Boris, when would have been the last time you were actually inside, like an honest to goodness temple to Helm? And not
Ooh,
just, like-
probably 4 or 5 months.
Okay,
Boris spends a lot of time on the road.
all right. But you've been to enough cities and enough like full scale temples to know the procedure.
Yes. As soon as you
Okay.
tell me what that procedure is.
Long or short of it is, you got to find like somebody in charge or somebody who can get somebody in charge, and that's the way the situation to them. To that end, you look around and you find a gentleman of sort of a hairier persuasion. He may be a furbog or something else. But he's decked out in sort of this half plate, half robe sort of thing. With a big clenched fist with an eye on the back of it, emblazoned on his tunic tabard thing. Fucking old timey shit. I don't know. But yeah, he's got it basically like it's like a tabard. Tabard is the right word. I don't know why I was second guessing myself. And he's gently talking to a guy in like more. You recognize him basically just one of the city guard, because as a god of guardians, protection, and protectors, city guard would definitely fall under his fucking purview. So this is where like pretty much all the city guard would go and hang out for like an hour or two before going on shift, because Helm is basically their Saint Christopher. So they would all have like a little helm of metal instead of Saint Christopher metal, like for cops. So you find him, and as he no, it's more platey, right? He's got like full greaves and gauntlets and shit. But is definitely more decked out for holy shit, and I'm thinking more of like a blue white sort of color scheme. Anywho, after she's done talking to this guard who walks away, you manage to catch his attention, and he's like, "Yeah, how can I help you, buddy?"
Tuli's gonna pull a small pouch out of her cleavage, and it's got some gold coins, and she's gonna like slowly pull a coin out and like put it in their little donation box to make sure it tings really loud, like the noise makes a lot of noise, and she's just gonna do that over and over with gold coins for like probably 10 coins worth, to be like, we're here, we're making noise, we're donating a lot, give us your time, kind of thing. Like she's making a big show of it to be
They
like,
just asked how they could help
Ma'am,
us.
Yeah.
I'm very flattered, but I'm married.
right?
So,
Oh, honey, I did not come into a temple looking for that kind of thing, but I
Ma'am,
appreciate it.
you pulled coins out of your yeah,
Unmentionables.
I'm happy to help you, but I'm good, thank you.
But you don't put your items in your chest either.
But no, I've got a bag for that. He's very confused.
Well, I got a bag for that too. I just keep it close to my heart. That's all.
I'll pull out a
Okay.
small replica chest and I say, I use this. This is what I put. This is the chest I put stuff in.
I'm sorry, I need to make this clear. Do you have a replica of Tuli's chest, or
No,
is it
a replica of a wooden chest.
Oh, that's funny.
wait? So what is a replica of a wooden chest?
Like a
would just
small
be
mini wooden chest,
a
like a little
wooden
dice
chest.
box.
It's
A
just
mini wooden chest.
It's just a
There's a-
smaller wooden chest.
There's a okay then yes, a small wooden chest.
It's not a replica of anything.
It's a
No,
spell
in
component.
of itself, just a
It's a
small version.
It's a spell component for secret chest.
Okay, I had to clear that up because that made no sense to me, and I was
That was
very
quite funny, actually.
okay. Shit, I gotta hold on. I gotta get rid of the giggles. Okay. Ho ha he ha ho ha. Okay. So yeah, this cleric of Helm is just waiting for what you guys. What do you guys need? What do you want to ask him?
I'm gonna nudge Boris and be like, "Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder. Go ahead."
Greetings, brother. I am Brother Brighttooth. My companions and I are here seeking guidance. Quest we have.
Greetings, brother. I am he who sleeps in a wooded meadow. I'd be happy to help you. What do you guys need?
We are hunting a dragon who is in search of 3 powerful relics crafted by the god. You know of what I speak.
I don't, but let me go get my superior. You may know what you need. And he walks off. Leaves you guys alone for about 5-6 minutes. And in comes a halfling, pretty much just the same attire as the furbolg you just were talking to, except his is like a little more, got like a little more trimming and shit, a couple more, as if there were more chevrons or something.
Tuli whispers to Valen, "Ask him if he's lucky."
Jesus Christ. Hey, yo, I heard you guys were looking for some help with a dragon and some relics. Is that right?
Indeed.
What can you tell me about this dragon or the relics he's trying to find?
We're kind of here for you to tell us.
We know, or we have been told, that he seeks to use these relics to travel through time. For what purpose, we do not know. We only know that doing such would tear open holes in the fabric of reality, unleash eldritch abominations on us all. Also, this guy's a dick who burned down an entire half city, village, town, what, shire.
Okay, for reference, he burned down a lot more stuff than that, but just Max was just like
Most
rambling.
recently. Yeah.
Most recently, yes.
Well, no, I mean, the halfling shit and all this stuff he's burned down. That was a long time ago. He's been mostly keeping quiet beyond you guys running into him at Zaharun. But anyway, yeah.
It's a good point for us to make, though, to make this kid help us.
Also, this dragon guy's a dick.
As
The
you
wizard
mentioned,
called it MacGuffins.
his eyes go wide, and he gestures to the furbolg, he who sleeps in a wooden meadow, and whispers in his ear, before the furbolg rushes off.
Wait, you have to describe that, because halfling is trying to whisper in a furbolg's ear.
He bends down. Like,
Thank you.
that's just common sense, okay?
Or the halfling scurries
Climbed
up the
up.
side of the furbolg.
He pulls out a fucking stepladder out of nowhere and just like dunk, pots it back in his back. No, the furbolg fucking bends down. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Jesus. This is not fucking Looney Tunes. Anyway.
What's better than a goblin eating a frog?
Oh my god. Or turning into a fucking were-rat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Maguglia reference was for you. Anyway, so he who sleeps in a wooded meadow, like rushes off, starts escorting, just a couple stragglers out of the temple, grabs a couple other clerics of Helm, and eventually comes back with like 3 or 4 other clerics of various races, and the halfling who we're gonna call
Lucky.
no.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Go ahead and take 5 psychic damage. No, physical damage because he kicks you in the shins. Anyway, no.
Kicks him in the groin.
If it's a half, wouldn't you punch him in the groin?
You punch him in the groin.
Uppercut in the
Right.
groin. Sorry.
So for the next hour, you have to speak in a like 3 octaves higher than normal.
Oh
All right.
The name of said halfling.
That's why we got fantasy name generator. Woo! Hold on a second. Find Hobbit names, even though Hobbits are fucking TM. That's fucking. These are all terrible.
Corey Glaubwasm, Pimpton Tossstream.
Minto Oakbottom.
Ugh.
No, better. Turpin Oakbottom. Turpin Oakbottom. Is his name.
Oakbottom.
Because if I'm gonna pull anything out of my ass, it's gonna be a last name with Oakbottom.
Here's one. Vinra Shadow Cheeks.
Nope. Turpin
Okay.
Oakbottom. It is his name. It is declared. It is set in stone. Go away. All right. So, Cleric Turpin, then guides all of you, your party, and these band of 4 or 5 clerics, with you, deeper into the church and to a kind of a pretty simple conference room. It's a fairly sizable table with different sized chairs all around of various heights. Making sure there's accommodating of various races. And he gestures for you all to sit down. And goes, it is not widely known, but part of our duty as clerics of Helm, as protectors, is actually to protect the world against the fucking Outer Realms, because it's full of some nasty shit, and it is what Helm constantly is vigilant about, right? He's there at the edge of reality, making sure none of this shit can get through, but even if he's a god, there's still a lot of them around, right? So some shit gets through, and if there's ever a tear in our reality, they come through and eat everything, right? That's how the Red Waste happened. Not a whole lot of people know that, but we as Protectors of Helm are made sure to remember this through our training.
Tuli says, "We knew that. We did. We knew that."
Cools for use. However, this is not widely shared amongst our rank and file, for fear that it would spread pandemonium and chaos if everybody knew that there was murder-eating space shit coming out with the potential to show up anywhere if anybody fucked up. We are aware of this Elsic and how he created the Red Waste by trying to. Oh, sorry, no, I got that mixed up. I got my own fucking lore mixed up. Because Elsic didn't complete the time travel shit, but the original time travel shit that made sure everybody was hesitant about it is what created the Red Wastes. Just so everybody's clear. I'd be happy to go over that again if anybody needs to.
So did he create the Red Waste back then
No.
because of something he's doing now?
No. The Red Wastes were created by the very first spellcasters to experiment with chronomancy, which created the Rift and was able to release enough outer plane entities to scour everything living in the Red Wastes, because it used to be like a jungle or some shit, right? So by them eating all that biomass, they turned it into a desert, but were managed to be stopped by alliance of various races. What what Elsig is looking to do would create a rift encompassing the entire continent, which would kill every living thing on the planet.
Not cool.
Let in a lot of creatures.
Exactly. And
Is he just bored? Like, why would you? What are you
sorry,
doing? I'm sorry. I said, is he just
No, he
bored?
hates
Like, what?
humans.
Like, it's something he wants to do,
it's
right?
all mortal races he hates.
Well, yeah, but they specifically like locked him up and tried to do a ritual and stuff.
You actually don't know the race of the inhabitants of Zaharoon because while there was certainly a dwarf, the dwarven diplomatic team sent there, there was also just a bunch of different races living there as well. So it's hard to pin down who were the original inhabitants.
Maybe like Vidalkin or something.
Maybe, yeah. So, yeah, as you guys are all having this conversation, I need you four to roll a. What is your passive perception? Just put it in the roll 20.
16.
Yeah, go ahead and put it in roll 20.
Boris has got this.
Boris has not got this.
Zeus with a 16. Zeus and Valen, you guys notice that there are a couple of tapestries just hanging around some of the walls there. And in one of them, you see sort of like towards the top of this this tapestry, there is a large figure with a very imposing helm, and a fisted gauntlet with an eye inscribed on the back of the palm, and a sword in hand and a shield in the other, fighting against some big fucking shadowy thing. It's you get the sense that it's meant to be sort of
Prophetic, maybe?
metaphorical. But towards the bottom, like in the middle area, you see also a bunch of different like mortal races, like elves, dwarves, humans, orcs, that sort of thing, all wearing a tabard of helm, fighting against some creatures that look familiar to you. They may not be exact copies of what you guys have seen, but they definitely have this weird starry space vibe going on about their persons. It's a little hard to tell because of artistic license taken with a tapestry like this, but they definitely seem akin to the entities you guys have seen before.
Look, the astromorphs. They recorded them back then.
We didn't see it.
I pointed out to everyone like while they're.
Oh, Valen sees it. Okay.
Yeah, Valen and Zeus see it.
Huh.
I like
Oh.
that helmet.
That is
I mean-
disturbingly familiar now that I look at it.
Turpin's eyes go wide and like, you've seen the entities?
We fought the entities.
He gets up on his like small chair, like he's fully standing, and he walks across the table and gets eye to eye with you. It's like, say that again.
I'm saying I'm standing here alive, but we fought these entities right there. Those ones are very familiar. They all starry and stuff, and with their tentacles. Yeah, crazy, real crazy. We fought them. We won. Well, we had some help. We were in kind of this weird dungeon, and I'm probably talking too much. I'm gonna stop now.
That is buck wild because honestly, according to legends, the only ones able to stop them were the Watches of Helm, and we were the ones that led the charge that reclaimed the Red Wastes and forced them back into their portal there.
We have one of those. As I point over to her. Oh yeah, I am so bad with this.
Boris just raises his
Boris!
hand and says, "Yo."
Keep wanting to call Boris Hoyd. Boris.
Sorry, so you said we have one of those and said what?
Point over to Boris as Boris says, yo.
Tully's gonna cast minor illusion on Boris and kind of make him glow, like radiant golden glow, like he's a superhero priest.
Boris notices this, looks at her. Please stop doing that.
Yeah, Turpin, like, he is literally right in front of you, so he sees you do the fucking, like, hand gestures and everything else you need to do that minor illusion. He's like, knock it off.
I was doing more like a it was like a back in the olden days when you had the game show where you had the girl in the skinny outfit or whatever, and she would like present the car that was about to be the prize for whatever your game show winnings was. That's what she's doing to Boris, like da-da, and like her hands are sort of like waving out apart from each other as he's starting to glow, like presenting him. I'm not trying to make him look anything. Well,
Okay.
I am trying to make him look a little extra. That's all.
I'm also doing a golf
Oh.
clap.
So Turpin walks over to you now, Boris, and he looks you over and is like, "How long have you been with the Order?"
I was raised by it.
And you knew nothing of these before you came here today?
No.
Huh. Okay then. Alrighty. We and Turpin's like walking across the table. He's like pacing across the table back and forth.
I pick up. We're not eating food right now. We're just having a meeting, right?
No, you're at a conference. So he's pacing across the table, and he's kind of stroking his chin. The Order has worked to keep an eye on the kinds of things that would open up a rift, chronomancy being one of them. However, without more information on these items that this dragon is looking for, we'd have to do quite a bit of research. So, I understand you are working with Maximilian Persnickety over by the Tower of the Infinite Library.
We are.
Okay. I imagine he's doing his own research about this stuff right now. What we're gonna do is I'll get in contact with him, open up our resources to him, as well as have our own librarian search our resources and see if we can't find something working together.
Excellent.
And what should we do in the meantime?
I would get prepped for wherever it is you might need to go.
Okay, you think there might be any other temples that have any other information like what you were going to be looking for? Is there any other places that we should check and see what kind of resources we can find?
For the
he
love
wrote-
of the...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to add in, and for the love of the gods, is there any teleportation circle in here? That was such a long trip.
So Turpin rubs his chin like, we work to keep the outer ones more into myth and legend than actual truth. So if there's going to be any mention of them, it's going to be with our resources or in the Infinite Library.
Does the Infinite Library have a teleportation circle?
There is a like communal teleportation circle that's sort of like the Grand Central Station of
Like for the whole city?
Yeah, right. There's like a couple dozen or half dozen teleportation circles just working as as transport between various points throughout the continent. At which point, I will build a map at some point.
With circles.
All right, I just gotta write one of those down before we leave this place.
Yeah, is there a location that you could tell us where my friend Valen could go and like sketch it out so he's got a copy of it for when he needs to use it?
That's definitely a thing you could ask Max for. Because
Oh yeah.
yeah, like he'd be like well equipped to get you guys that kind of thing.
All right, I'm gonna tell Valen. We'll go hit up Max because he's got that big old library, and I'm sure there's one inside that big old library. But before we leave the city, we need to get that done so that we can, you know, switch back and forth whenever we need to.
Yes, indeed. Turban. What is his name? Turban? Turden. Not
Turpin.
Foot.
Turpin.
Turpin.
Turpin Oakbottom.
Herd bucket.
Turpin Oakbottom. So do you guys have any more questions for the Watchers of Helm?
I don't.
All right, everybody.
No.
Boris
Alright.
is good.
Okay, then you guys head off to go do some shopping. And sure enough, you find amongst the bazaar a Frankenbob's Magical Emporium.
Yay!
Hey,
I'm so excited. We got some Frank and Bob in our lives.
I'm so excited.
All right, hold on.
Would this be in what part of the city are we
Uh,
looking at? Trade quarter, probably.
Yeah, you're still definitely inside the trade war. So you guys, So, trade quarter is where like pretty much a lot of the shops are. Beyond like your regular like grocers and shit, that would be like closer to where people live and distributed amongst those. Purple Heath is sort of like the middle class neighborhood. Mage Town is where obviously all the mages live. New Point is the hoity-toity shit. Red Side is where we start getting into the like lower classes and stuff, because Cattle Steps is where your farming and butchery happens.
Did you call it Frank and Bob's Imported Emporium?
Magical Emporium.
Magical Emporium.
Eastway is like the suburbs. Westward and Clearside are pretty much the same thing. Old Point is basically where the city started a long time ago, so it's like a little bit run down. Shade Town is where you start getting like the shadier, Thieves Guild, that kind of shit. And South Ward is just pretty much left on its own. It doesn't bother anybody. It's not bothered by anybody. If there was a place to raise your kids affordably, it'd be South Ward.
The suburbs.
That's
Pretty
where all the Karens are there.
No, that's more Eastway. Southward is like the new Eastway. And it is kind of hard to see, but there is like a distinction between Purple Heath and Eastway. Right? Like all this shit is Eastway. Oop, I scrolled more than I didn't mean to. But yeah. And then So yeah, so Purple Heath is pretty much all that shit. South Ward is that right there. I just mentioned that because it is two different colors, but Eastway kind of spills out from inside the city to outside the city. That's what makes it the suburbs. Anywho, you guys are going to Frank & Bob's inside the trade quarter, and you hear as you come in, Welcome to Frankenbob's Magical Items Emporium. What can we do for you today?
Franken Bob. Franken Bob.
Well, we don't actually know what we need yet. I guess we're gonna look around a little bit.
Oh, let's think about this. Where might these objects be? Probably some type of extreme environment, right? Maybe very hot, or we just went to a place that. Okay, let me try to do this without sounding dumb.
No, I mean, you're right. You guys, if you guys were to
Yeah.
prepare for extremes in temperature, you did just go to a very hot place. It does make some logical sense story-wise that you would go to a very cold place.
Very cold place, maybe someplace underwater.
Oh, there are many underwater items from Frankenbob's Magical Items Emporium. We have boots of water breathing and scales of fucking water resistance. Many, many items from Frankenbob's Magical Items Emporium.
Did you say a potion of water breathing or some other thing of water breathing?
Boots of water breathing.
Boots of water breathing. Oh,
Yeah.
magic is magic is just great.
Yes, magic is a very good thing.
In the boots of water breathing, is that like only the person wearing the boots can breathe in water? How's that work?
Frankenbob would assume so. You might not recall this, but Frankenbob, right, is a undead construct made of two different people, and it's two different people at every location. But it is run by the boss, the halfling, who is the mayor of Free Rivers, where you guys started out. So it may just be that Frankenbob is like the caretaker of the store, while the boss does pretty much all the real shit.
Right. It's a franchise, and this is just like a
Exactly.
Yeah.
The undead
This is-
Frankenbob are the franchisees. The boss is corporate.
right. This is just an outlet store.
Pretty much. I don't know if that ruined Frankenbob's for anybody, but yeah.
Right. I like the undead construct, like a Frankenstein kind of thing.
I originally just made up Frankenbob just out, like completely out of my ass. But as soon as
I
you guys
know.
fell in love with it, I was like, well, I gotta make this a franchise now because they're just gonna fall in love with it.
Yes, yes. It's the best. Um, you do you guys need anything for water breathing type stuff?
Mm, I have never tried to swim in deep water for too long, but I used to be afraid of water, but so I learned how to use the water breathing spell. But I still never gone and actually, swam. So that could be
Well,
fun.
um, how much is that? Those boots there, Mr. Frankenbob?
Oh, that would be 700 gold pieces.
I'm gonna roll to see if I know an item before I ask if he has an item. Guess Arcana.
Okay. You
DC
can just ask me, I'll
13.
say yes or no.
Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Let me look it up real quick. It sounds familiar. I think I may have pitched it to somebody at one time.
I don't know who that was.
No, it wasn't you. It was definitely somebody else. Yes, the Cloak of the Manta Ray is definitely, but yeah, it would be there. It's the more expensive counterpart to the Boots of Water Breathing because it does multiple things and looks very stylish. So, in counterpart to the Boots of Water Breathing, the Cloak of the Manta Ray is 1,000 gold pieces.
Ooh. Well, water breathing lasts for 24 hours. If we ever do have to. So
I would say with the
Well-
Cloak of Menere, so the boots would definitely be 24 hours.
no, I'm saying the spell. Sorry, water breathing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The boots would just basically be like a cast of breathe underwater or water breathing. The Cloak of the Manta Ray would be indefinite water breathing.
Yep. Whenever the hood is up.
Yeah.
Do we have a? Okay, wait. Do we have a bag of holding?
No, but we need to buy one.
I think that should be our first priority. It's a bag of holding.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say that as part of your reward from the Mesa, that yes, you were gifted a bag of holding.
Nice.
All right. You want to hold
Because
that,
it's to
Mr.
you.
Valen?
That's too much responsibility for me. No. If it
Uh,
was just my stuff, then sure.
Carry however much you want. We're still gonna do like the 3 items attunement restriction, but you don't need a bag of holding to carry all the shit you would carry normally.
Yeah, I know.
well, you don't know. We might
And
collect a bunch of trash.
And you're welcome to hold all that trash. I'm not gonna do fucking encumbrance or anything because that's
Oh, okay.
that's
Well,
too
Mr.
nitty-gritty.
Boris or Mr. Zeus, you're both much stronger than I am. Either one of you want to hold on to this bag?
Sure, Boris will
take
take it.
They fight over the bag and rip it. Sorry, you stop.
I'm actually looking for some jewelry, Mr. Frank and Bob. Specifically, there's this necklace that I've been hearing about, and it's called the Necklace of Adaptation, and I think it allows you to breathe um in places where it's very hard and it like chokes you and stuff.
Oh,
Well,
good
you
thought. Good
do
thinking.
know
High
that-
elevations.
And you have saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors, and the breath weapons of some dragons. Well, which fucking dragons? It doesn't.
Well,
say.
it's the acid and poison ones.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do
How
you
many
have a
items
jewelry section?
Yes, we have many pretty items for jewelry.
Okay, I'm gonna go browse those, and if I see the necklace of adaptation, you let me know, okay?
Yes, we will let you know.
I have 3, but I'm gonna give one to somebody if this item is
That-
available.
That's my question.
Yeah.
So
Oh wait, a ring of
Dude.
spell storing as well. If I could get one of those.
I have one of those. I'll give it to you.
We could always have 2, I suppose.
mm,
Oh
well,
no,
I
they
think
don't
you
have
can only
any-
wear one at a time.
yeah, you only
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Oh no, they don't have any. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. I mean, having 2 in a party is feels a little.
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 in our party, but we're level
Oh,
15.
do we?
Yeah, you
Ugh.
have one, I have one.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Well, we don't need 4. And we've already imbued mine with one fireball and 1 magic missile. So
Yeah.
I can give it to Boris so that he can take more healing spells and have a fireball and a magic missile for when he needs to DPS.
Okay. Remind me what everybody is attuned to so far.
Thule has a 4-slot ring of the ring of spell slots
Yep.
with 1 fireball and 1 magic missile in it. She
Right.
has the bracers of defense
Yes.
and the chime of opening, which has
Does
10
that require
charges.
Does that require attunement?
It does not, actually.
Or you have.
I
You
I
got
have
one of
1
these
opening, I guess. No. Oh, wait. So wow. Okay.
Ooh, I know what I want.
The ring doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. Okay. Ring.
Yeah, no. Ring
I have the-
absolutely requires attunement.
Yeah, and I have the Bloodwell vial, which is my
Oh.
+1
Oh, yes, that OG, the way OG item, right?
Yeah, the one that you let us have one item at the beginning, and that's the one I picked, and I want to keep that one, but I will
Okay.
get rid of the spell slot ring and give it to Boris.
Right.
And one last thing I want to ask him before I start asking for spells instead.
Right.
A cape of the Mont Blanc, cape of the Mont Blanc, cape of
Cape of the Mothling,
MOUNTE,
Mont
cape
Blanc.
of the Mont Blanc,
Mont
Blanc.
Blanc.
You're thinking White Mountain.
Like White Mountain.
Oh, okay, there you go. I'm
Actually, no, it's not,
French.
because that would be Mont Blanc, BLANCK.
Mont
Isn't that
Blanc.
what you were saying? Mont Blanc?
No,
Mont
that's
Blanc,
Blanc.
BANK.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mountain
Mont
Bank?
Bank. Mont Bank?
Mount
I don't know.
Mount Bank, whatever. Yeah.
MUNTEBANK.
Yeah.
It's just a free dimension door.
Action.
Hey, what happens if you turn a bag of holding inside out?
Oh
You
no.
right
You
basically.
explode the universe.
Everything
Well, no.
inside comes out.
Yeah, everything that's inside comes spewing out.
So
That's-
if I were to say put 5,000 arrows in the bag of holding, turn it inside
No,
out,
we're not doing that.
pointing at my enemy.
No, they just kind of like fall
They
out. They
fall-
don't
they
like get
knock out
triggered
and
out.
There
They
is
do
a
not-
old school thing where you can shoot an arrow and attach it to like a two bag of holding together, so when it hits your target, it collapses and makes a
Yeah.
But what you could do,
a bag of holding. Yeah, I've seen
you
that.
could put like, I don't know, 1,000 gallons of lava in the bag of holding and then dump that out.
The bag of holding is not immune to the elements. It would burn through the bag of holding.
Okay, we don't want to do that.
I thought it was a pocket dimension.
yeah,
it's
but
still-
the bag itself can still be destroyed.
Yeah, the outside of the bag is still a bag,
It's
like
still like-
burlap or something.
Yeah, it's still a bag made of, a thing a bag is made of. It just happens to have a pocket dimension inside of it. The rule of physics still apply to the bag itself.
It's magic, and Miles is the DM, so.
All right. Yeah, there's definitely a Cave of Mont Blanc there as well. They've got like a whole diorama of just like little busts with like they've got no legs, but they've got like arms, like half mannequins sort of things, of various heroic poses. And there is a reddish one that smells distinctly of sulfur, on one of these mannequins.
Ah, this somehow reminds me of my childhood. I would love to buy this.
Oh, these will be 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that sounds like a steal. Of course, my friend. 1,000, so that's 100 platinum. Give him 100 platinum pieces.
Did I give you guys that much platinum?
You gave us 5,000 gold each. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I
just don't-
converted it to I just converted it to platinum because it makes it easier to.
All right, if that works for you. Yeah. So 1,000 gold pieces. Go ahead and mark it up. Go ahead and put it in your inventory and make your attunement.
It's not an attunement one.
It's not?
Nope.
Dang. Hey,
Well,
Boris. Boris, could you use this ring here that I got? Because I've attuned to it, but if you wear it for half an hour, you could, or however long it takes, an hour, you could use these spells in here. There's a fireball and a magic missile, but it requires you to kind of understand it.
Okay.
Is that something you could use, or are you attuned to other things?
Let's see.
I believe
I have
have at
a.
Oh wait, he doesn't need magic missile in it because he has like the sorry. His his robe.
Sorry, what?
The robe of the robe of stars you have.
yes.
It has magic missile and it can teleport you out of the stuff. Hold up.
Well, I guess once he uses up the magic missile in the ring, we can replace it with something else.
I have a robe.
I'll
of
see you can overwrite something of an equivalent level.
Robo Stars. You
No,
got,
for the
no,
magic-
okay, sorry. I was talking to Hoyd because he was. You got
Did-
the Robo
Yeah.
Stars at the inside
Yeah.
of the temple thing.
out of Zaharoon. Yep, you've had that
Yeah.
since we got back. Because I was trying to come some with that kind of flavor of Twilight shit.
Okay.
Don't remember what it is now. It's not a Robo Stars. It's something else.
Oh, there is a robe of stars. D&D.
Oh, is it just Robo Stars? All right, then.
Oh, you can use an action to enter the astral plane along with everything you were wearing and carrying. You remain there until you use an action to return to the plane you were on. You reappear in the last space you occupied if that space is occupied, the nearest unoccupied space. And you can use that robe to cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell. It
It could only be a 5th level spell though.
No, yeah, but okay, so you have 5. Okay. There's 6 stars on the robe. While wearing the robe, you can use an action to pull one of the stars off and cast Magic Missile. So you have 6 5th level Magic Missiles on that robe. And daily at dusk, you can roll a 1d6 for the removed. Wait, daily at dusk, 1d6 removed stars reappear on the robe. So if you every day, if you only use, if like for some reason we're in a battle and you have to use like 5 of the stars or all 6 stars, and the next day, you can roll a d6, and if you don't use any that day, you can roll again the next d6 to keep like replenishing your stars.
Yeah, so it's a good option while you're concentrating on something else.
Hails, yeah.
You can cast a spell no matter what if you're concentrating. It's just you can't do 2 concentrations at the same time.
Yeah.
Also, you get a +1 bonus to saving throws while you're wearing it. Like, it doesn't say specific types of, it's all saving throws.
Yep, that's correct. So you got mobility, you got saving throws, you got offense. So
you could also choose just to leave us to die if you ever want to.
Yeah, you could just leave.
Not really. I mean, I would have to come back to the last space I occupied.
Yeah, it is a.
Yeah, but you don't have to come back right away. It says you remain there until you use an action. You could just be like, I'm cool, I'm chilling.
It is entirely possible you could just bamf out of existence and not come back until everybody's dead. Granted, you have no idea. I don't believe astral plane. No, if it's the astral plane, I gotta read up more on the astral plane. But
yeah, it says whatever you're wearing and carrying. So if you like scooped like
no, it's
Valen,
what happens on the prime material.
Yeah, I could
I'm
pick
just saying.
somebody up, transport to the astral plane, push them, come back, leaving
Right?
them there to die.
Well,
Or I could do the.
It says everything though, so I wouldn't think that's only it's only like you as the only living thing.
Yeah,
Or-
it would be. It's a one person. It's a one person thing, and it's not like
It might work for a corpse.
you know what that might work for is if we find one of those stupid objects that we're looking for, you could take it to the astral plane and leave it there.
The astral
like
plane's a
hide
little
it.
funky wonky though. Things happen in the astral. Like it's possible for something to go there and become stronger, and if it's like tied to like
No, I'm gonna
corrupted
rule
out,
this-
yeah.
whatever. You,
No,
sorry,
no, I'm sure it'll be
I
fine.
mean, but I'm definitely going to rule this as whatever comes in with you comes out with you as well. It is tied to you and the robe of stars.
Ah.
It's sort of like the it's the fucking transporter from Star Trek, right?
Okay.
If it scans you and you've got something on you, right? It's going to come back out with you as you get beamed back.
Real
in
quick,
reality.
can I use it to leave the astral plane if I'm already there?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
But again, it would be everything that was with you when you got it. So it's not like you get someone to banish you to the astral plane, you drop the gem off, and then you bamf back out. It's still going to be, if you got it on you, it's going to come back with you.
Okay.
Well, that
No.
removes my plan.
That's better
But not
analogy
mine.
to it. All right. Anyway.
All right, so
Uh,
he's wearing that robe of stars already, right?
Yes, he already has the Robo Stars
What else do you have on you, Boris?
combat.
Hemp and rope.
No, I meant like attunement wise.
He's got a +1 magical weapon. I believe it's a hammer.
Yeah, I actually do remember that one.
Yeah, everybody's got a +1 to their current weapon.
But those aren't attuned.
Mine
no.
is.
Mine is.
Yes, because for Valen, it is what is basically a reskinned Myth Carver. And for Zeus, it was
The Glaive of Warning.
Oh,
No,
you guys. Okay.
you put the +1 on your axe, and you got the glaive. of
No, I
Warning.
didn't. I put it on a Glaive of Warning.
No, I definitely remember you putting it on the axe.
Nope. I was going back and forth and decided to go with the Glaive of Warning. Because that's
Alright.
the weapon that I use the most.
Okay. Then that axe is going to be non-magical.
That's fine.
All right.
Okay. So they have named weapons. That's why they're attuned. And my +1 sling doesn't isn't requiring attunement because it's just a plain old +1 sling.
Basically, yes.
Right. So
I mean, and they're also. I mean, it's just a +1. It's not really like a super magical thing, like versus like Robo Stars, which does require attunement,
Right.
or your.
I was just talking about their weapons because they're named weapons, so they have another feature besides just a +1, right?
Basically, yeah, yeah. No, that's yeah. Because I'm looking at this right now. Like even a +3 weapon or whatever, it still doesn't have attunement, right? But something
Right.
like
Because it's not named. It doesn't have like a feature.
yeah, but that's essentially what I'm seeing here. Yeah, there's a dagger called Bookmark that's got a bunch of other shit that does require attunement. Blood Spirit does require attunement, but reduce it. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Yeah, and then versus Boomerang +3 doesn't require attunement. So yes, I believe it is so long as it does another thing.
They generally
Beyond
have like fancy names.
yeah, I mean there's Dagger of Venom that doesn't require attunement. Dancing Sword does
Oh.
require attunement. So on and so forth.
Dagger of Venom. You got any of those laying around, Mr. Frankenbob?
Yeah, he would.
How much is that?
Bum, 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 bum.
I also wanted to know if he had a necklace of adaptation.
Yes, he does have the Necklace of Adaptation. That is going to be 700 gold. One Dagger of Venom is going to be 500.
I will take both of those. Thank you very much.
Okay, mark it off on your gold total. You're using-
700, and then you said
1,000.
500?
Yeah, it's a total of 1,200 gold.
Got it. Boris, go ahead and put a ring of spell slots in your inventory, and if you have to specify how many slots, it's 4. And we have loaded it with Fireball and Magic Missile.
Da, 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 da. 1 second.
you said it had 4 spell slots?
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
That
4
total?
slots. So the slots, meaning like Fireball is a level 3, so that's 3 of the slots, and then the Magic Missile is a level 1, so that's the 4th slot. But once those are used, I think every 24, you'd have to look up the ring of spell slots. I'll put it in Discord.
It comes back after a long rest. I
Okay,
believe.
yeah. It's called the Ring of Spell Storing.
Yep.
And I will put it in
So
Discord.
basically, when you guys first get it, it contains 1d6 minus 1, which I rolled, so it wound up being 4 levels of. So 4 potential levels that you can sink into it. So, yeah.
Like it could be any combination. So if it was 3 and 1, or 2 and 2, or a level 4, a 4 and nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said this was a level 3 fireball and level 1 magic missile?
1 magic missile.
Yes. And it requires attunement, so just remember that. But that is the reason I think it fits you the best is because you can cast spells. You're already a spellcaster, but this will give you possibly more. It'll give you more like offensive capabilities, so that you can keep your daily spells as maybe more healing in case we need it. So that was the dagger of poison?
Yes, I believe so, yeah. I gotta go all the way back. Make sure. 1, page 2. Dagger of Venom.
Sounds gross.
Oh, I found it. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
Is it cursed or just poison?
She can use an action to poison it, and then it remains for a minute until the next attack hits. And then the creature hit must make a con save or take that much poison damage, and that's poison for a minute.
Okay.
And it can only do that once a day.
Is the dagger considered magical?
Yes.
Okay.
It literally says made with this magic weapon. So yeah, it's absolutely.
Got it.
Boris, while you're looking around, you sorry, how many items have you tuned? So you've got the ring now and this robe of stars. Do you have anything else attuned, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Do I have the bag of holding, or does Zeus have that?
Sorry, go ahead.
Do I have the bag of holding, or does Zeus?
I'm going to say, for purposes, there is no bag of holding. You guys are able to carry whatever it is you need. I'm not going to do encumbrance.
Okay.
So to specify it to one person doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? Zeus, sorry, not Zeus, Boris. As you guys are browsing around, you're not really looking for anything because Thule's just handed off this ring of spell slot. But you do find in the back corner, propped up against a kind of creaky bookshelf, is a hammer with kind of this. The head of it doesn't look like metal. It's like this like weird crystal that's like very intricately carved. You can see it's got like almost like microscopic runes, just like totally encompassing the whole head of this hammer. And as you get closer to it, you see that the crystal that this hammer's head is made of starts to glow more and more brightly as you get close to it.
I pick up the hammer.
As you do this, you can hear the groan of the bookcase. It was propping up for a second. And Franco Bob says, "Please do not mess with it." And as he's mid, or it is mid sentence, this hammer starts like glowing more and more brightly, and just a big flare of light comes off of it. Hold on 1 second. And Frankenbob is like stunned mid-sentence, not because of like a magnificent thing happened, but because some holy energy went off and kind of short-circuited the necromantic energy that powers Frankenbob. And it's you just standing there holding this glowing warhammer for a couple minutes before Frankenbob kind of jerks and then like rolls its head back and like opens up its mouth, and you guys hear a voice coming from its mouth, and it was not there before. It is the boss, the halfling from Three Rivers, who goes, "Well, I did not expect that to happen. That hammer has been around here for a very, very long time. This is, in fact, actually the first Frankenbobs that I made before I franchised out. And that hammer was actually in the store when I bought it. So it has literally been here forever. I could never make it do anything, but you, kid, you got something special going on. And far be it from me to fuck around with any god chosen shit. So you know what? That one is on the house. And you have nope, I clicked the wrong thing. You have a brand new Warhammer.
Ooh.
Because I felt bad about you not having a
Plus
magic
2. And fire damage, yo.
once a day. Or once a short or long rest. In fact, no, that short rest, no. That's gonna be a long rest. You're gonna do that once a long rest, not a short rest.
I'm gonna give you this overpowered item, but I'm not gonna give you all of it.
I don't think it's overpowered. You get to do it once,
66.
you get plus two.
I feel like 66 is decent for a short rest as well. But that's 66. It is possible up to 36 fire damage.
And you know what? I'm gonna let you do some Thor shit. I'm gonna let you like roll with range on this. And like bring it back to you. So yeah, you can go full Thor with this.
Nice. So it's a melee and a ranged weapon?
Yes, you're gonna come across the same issues with range as anything else, but you can do the Sunforger kaboosh thing once.
It says as an action, yeah, you can hurl it up to 120 feet to the point you can see.
And I'm gonna say you also get to throw it as a thing, and it does kadoosh back to you. So don't say I never did nothing for you.
So wait, the kadoosh back to him, is that a bonus action or an action?
That's I'm gonna
Says you can use an action to cause a weapon to reappear in your empty hand.
That's for the. Hold on a second. Let me.
That's after you throw it.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep it as when you do throw it, it is another action to skadoosh it back to your hand.
Okay, so just to recap.
Yeah.
My character, who's not a barbarian, but he is a half orc, which means he has green skin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have asked. Are you proficient with a warhammer?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So, character who's not a barbarian, but he is a half orc, which means he has green skin and the abilities Relentless Endurance and Savage Attack. He also has a magic cloak, can fly, and has a magic ring, and now he has a magic hammer. He's basically 3 different Avengers: the Hulk, Doctor Strange, and Thor.
Yes.
All mashed together.
I didn't even think about that, but fucking yes. Absolutely. So,
And I'm okay.
Yes, as a
I'm
recap,
good with this.
so
I'm going to
Plus-
take a level of Artificer to get me some armor.
are you really? Okay.
I might.
All right.
You have to get to level 3 to get that armor.
Get the Iron Man armor, yeah.
You can do the feet to. Oh no, yeah, no, I see what you're going for. I thought just like you needed heavy armor. I
Yeah,
didn't.
and then a couple levels of rogue, so I can be Hawkeye too.
All right. So again, as recap, +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls. Away with it, you can do the 120 feet, basically fireball with it once a long rest, and you can still throw it as an action and then make it reappear in your hand as an action as well. Make
So
sense?
if you throw it as an action, so how many attacks do you usually have?
Me,
Per
usually
action.
one.
Yeah. So when you swing a sword, you can only swing it once.
Yeah. So that is the trade-off
Yeah.
with for being able to throw like goddamn Thor is that it's going to take you basically 2 turns to do it, unless you get hasted.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Mr. Frankenbob, do you have any potions around here? I'm looking like behind the, I don't know, where they would stand, like behind the little counter or whatever, to see, like, I'm sort of like leaning over the counter, looking back and forth. Like, do you have any potions around here? Where are those located?
So you know, Stereophone Frankenbob like kind of shakes it off and goes, "Oh yes, we have many potions for sale in Frankenbob's Magic Items Emporium," and gestures to a place where there are just shelves upon shelves of different kinds of potions.
Okay, I'm looking for higher level healing potions as well
Didn't I give
as.
you a bunch? I feel like I gave you guys a
Yeah,
bunch.
well, you never can have too many. And we're going up against some crazy stuff, so I don't know when I'm gonna be here shopping again.
All right. Let me look up levels of healing potion.
And then like, or if there's any other potions, like potions of water breathing, or uh, um, uh, they
Potion
have
of gaseous form.
yeah, they have potions of
Ah, it's the good
gaseous
one.
form,
It's the
potions
good
of
one.
flying,
You can put yourself into a bottle. It's really fun.
right? Potions of invisibility or invulnerability or mind reading or oh, there's so many potions.
That's too many.
Adventurer, you're not ready for our strongest potion. You are too weak. Oh man, I have to find it.
Yeah. There's just a whole mess of them labeled different things. There's a potion of longevity, potion of vitality, potion of possibility, potion. It's like that scene in I think like Shrek 2 where they've got just like potions all over the shelves. Um
Hey, Valen, you might want to pick up one of these little green potions of vitality. You get exhausted quite often, it seems.
Ah, do you have potions of not dying? Because that happens a few times as well.
Well, this vitality helps you not be exhausted, and it also helps if you have like any poisons or diseases or anything affecting you. It's just good for the heart.
Ah, any exhaustion you are suffering
Yes.
for the
it,
next 20.
it is one of the few items that gets rid of all levels of exhaustion.
Oh
At once.
shit, let's get 3 of those. I don't care how much
Those
they
are
cost.
very rare. They're gonna be real expensive.
Yeah,
Alright.
they're a good like 1,000 gold each, and there's only 2 of them on the shelves. And it does say right underneath, limit 1 per customer.
All right, well, there's 4 customers here.
Okay.
Yeah, dang. Do I want to buy this or do I want to buy magical stuff, spells? Por qué no los dos? Yeah, I'll get one of those green
Okay. So
green
yeah, go ahead and mark off another 1,000 for the potion of vitality.
green monster drinks, monster energy drinks.
Yep. Tuli, you are you getting another one? Are you getting a potion of vitality as well?
Um, n- yeah, I guess I will.
Okay.
Thousand gold.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually looking for the higher level potions of healing.
Um, I think it's Potion of Superior. Potion of Healing. Yeah, Supreme, which is 10d4 plus 20. You see on the shelves, there's the label for Potions of Supreme Healing, and it's a very dusty shelf, and it is practically empty. But you look all the way in the back, and you see one like propped up against the back of the bookcase, this shelf unit of various potions, and you manage to like reach all the way back there and snag it out.
It's a 10D what?
10d4 plus 20.
Oh.
That is going to be 1,500.
I'll buy it. Ugh.
Okay.
Okay, so hang on. Oh, so 1,500 for the potion
For
of Supreme, and then
1,000 for the potion of Vitality.
1,000 for the potion of Vitality. I still have 1,500. Okay. I'm still looking at the potions. You guys can keep shopping. I'm looking at potions.
Julie, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Frank Bob is like, what's the verb here? Ringing this up for you. And everything's just normal as you slide the couple potions into your bag. Nothing's amiss. And you're still looking for that what is basically just a rebreather.
No, I bought that necklace already.
Oh, you did already? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Alrighty. Does anybody else want anything else? Valen.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Frankenbob. Could you sell me your favorite fourth level wizard spell? Anything? Actually, no. A scrying spell. Yes, this is what I need. A mirror of some sorts worth 1 second. That's a good idea. I need oh dang, 1,000 gold for the mirror. This is gonna be an investment. I'm gonna have to wait for that. I'm gonna have to wait on that. Never mind. On the scrying. Da. Just a second. Anyone else while I'm looking for this?
What are you looking for?
Dun. If anyone else has anything, they can go ahead. Otherwise, I'm just
Zeus,
looking
you've been pretty
for-
quiet. You good?
I think I'm good, man.
Okay. Yeah, because you've got the Dragon's Horn, you've got Valhalla, and you've got Glaive of Warning. So
And the cloak of protection.
this is the cloak required attunement.
That one does, yeah. The Horn of Valhalla does not require attunement.
Okay then.
Yeah, I'm already full on attunement. If I got rid of one, it would be the dragon vessel.
I give you free potion, and this is how you treat me. I kid.
But
Well,
no,
if you're
there's nothing else. I don't
Go ahead
really.
and roll, Zeus. Go ahead and roll me a flat d20 real quick.
Okay.
if you're giving out potions, then Zeus could use one of those potions of giant size.
A 1.
giant
Shit.
size or giant strength.
Are you shitting me?
No?
Giant
Giant
size.
Is that even a thing? I know giant strength is a
Okay.
thing.
Oh God, if it was anything else, shit. Oh my God.
Wow, it's a real thing. Potion of giant size. It's a
Oh,
legendary though. It's a legendary potion.
I'm gonna let you out. This is basically me. So you are thinking of your glorious victory against those mind flayers as you are feeling the horn of Valhalla in your pocket. But as you do, you feel it kind of vibrate or tremble or something. So you pull it out, and you see that there is a. It's fairly minuscule, and if you hadn't like been looking over it before, you wouldn't have noticed it. But there is sort of like a hairline fracture in the horn of Valhalla. What I'm going to be doing is every time you blow the horn, the day it resets or the week it resets, I'm going to have you roll a d20. If you roll a one again, the horn will crack, and Ragnarok will start. Basically.
Oh god.
I made it the Ragnarok part, but at the very least, if you roll in that one again, the horn will be destroyed.
Ragnarok.
If you feel this is
That's
unfair,
funny.
feel free to message me after. But I just thought that would be a cool flavor thing. Again, we can talk about this after, because I know you like this horn, so I'm willing to.
I do like this horn.
He was so quiet. I really like this horn. Yeah. Anyway.
I know what I want. I want to ask if he has a spell scroll of control winds.
Yeah, hold on. Let me search for that.
Yes.
Control. A lot of misspellings in that, but okay.
You ever have to be on a
Fifth
boat?
level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, but it's going to be a good 750.
750 sounds solid. I'm here for it. I'm all for that. That's gonna drop me down to 1,000 and some change. 250.49 minus 1,000. No, minus 750, and that's all I need. That's all I need. 1,799.
All right. So you guys finish up your shopping at Frank and Bob's Magical Items Emporium.
I got one.
Okay. Is it a second horn of Valhalla just in case the first one breaks?
No.
Winter's Dark Bites.
It's basically just a +1 magic weapon. Great sword.
Oh, this
Unless
is
you're fighting
Oh, this is the Stranger
Hydra.
Things. Yeah, this is the Stranger Things thing. You're not going to run into a Thessal Hydra because I don't know.
No, I'm not. I could care less about that. I'm just looking at it as like a +1 closer weapon.
Okay. I mean, Frank and Bob could enchant your axe to give it just a +1 if you want. Because I mean, so the glaive, does it have like disadvantage on like inside a certain range, or
No, not that I know of.
so it's good from like 5 feet to 10 feet out? Okay,
15 feet, but yeah.
15 feet. Yeah. So okay, so it's not like it has a disadvantage if people get like real close in on you.
Yeah,
Okay.
not that I know of.
All right. So I'm just curious as to why you're bringing up. All right. Anyway.
The great sword does more damage. It's a
Okay.
1d12, I believe, instead of a 1d10.
All right.
I mean, I don't really care. I don't really need it. I'm happy with the glaive. Like,
All right.
that's
Yeah,
the only thing that I can.
think
I
of.
feel like I would want or need, but not even need.
All right. Okay, yeah. So as you guys are collecting your wares from Frank and Bob's Magical Items Emporium, because who knew that was going to be as handy as it was for my go-to magic shop? I'm just gonna have a Frank Bob's in every fucking campaign. Why not?
There you go.
You guys exit the store, and there is a slight popping noise as Maximilian Persnickety appears in front of you, with Turpin Oakenbottom by his side, and it's like, well, I think we found the first place, or the location for the first artifact. So, who wants to go save the world? And we'll end the session there.
Ooh. We got fun, shiny toys.
Oh,
Mhm.
toys.
Alrighty. Anybody got any questions or anything before we head out?
Shells.
None
No.
from me.
Alrighty. Zeus, I do want to talk to you for a second after.
Okay.